This is Dr. Masoodan Reddy, PBR WITS Kavali. Today, this session for second BTech, first SEM, EEE students. Subject is Basic Electrical Circuits, third unit, three-phase AC circuits. The contents are introduction, generation of three-phase voltage, phase sequence, analysis of balanced three-phase circuits, about star connection, about delta connection, and the relationship of powers in star and delta connection. Finally, the comparison between star and connection will cover in this video. First introduction part. Listen carefully, students. There is a difference between single phase and three phase circuits. Single phase circuits containing two terminals. So a single magnitude will contain positive and negative alternating quantities. Combination of these as a cycle, a single cycle with a magnitude with a frequency of 50 Hz containing as a single phase supply. Whereas three phase supply will contain a set of three alternating quantities, but these three alternating quantities are displaced by 120 degrees phase displacement. See the figure. This black phase 1 is indicated as a R phase. You start from 0. Then red line phase 2 is represented as a Y phase. Is started after 120 degrees, R started. Then B, the line indicated as a B phase 3 is also called as a B phase. So phase 1 is referred as a R phase. Phase 2 is referred as a Y phase. Phase 3 is referred as a B phase in technical engineering scenario. So these three, all the phases are displaced by 120 degrees, having a three different alternating quantities. And we required magnitudes of these three phases. What is the magnitude of induced EMF in R phase? What is the magnitude of induced EMF in Y phase? What is the magnitude of induced EMF in B phase? The magnitude of induced EMF in R phase, ER, is EM into sine omega t, because of it starts from 0, EM at an angle of 0. But the magnitude of phase Y, EY, is equal to EM sine omega t minus 120 degrees, because the Y phasor starts after 120 degrees, lags an angle 120 degrees. So minus 120, EM at an angle minus 120. Similarly, the last phase, B phase, starts at 240 degrees. So EM into sine omega t minus 240. So this is about three-phase AC circuits, difference of single-phase AC circuits. Next, how we are getting voltages in three-phase? Nothing but the generation of three-phase voltage. Listen carefully. To generate an induced EMF will produce as per the principle of Faraday's law. To satisfy the Faraday's law, three important parameters are required: conductor, magnetic flux, and a relative motion. If a conductor rotates or a conductor cuts, rotating conductor cuts the magnetic flux, an EMF will be produced in that conductor, in a single conductor, in a single coil. But whereas we want to produce three-phase supply, we are using 6 coils as a 3 sets of the coil, north and south, like this. These 3 sets of the coils are displaced by 120 degrees, but 6 coils are individually displaced by 60 degrees. Pair is displaced by 120 degrees. And 3 conductors are placed in between these as a rotor. These poles are placed on the stator. Then this rotating conductor rotates as a stator. Whenever it is rotating, these magnetic flux are cuts, then immediately an induced EMF will be produced. That induced EMF in 3 coils as a 3-phase magnitudes, but with displacement, a phase displacement of 120 degrees. So in such a way, 3-phase voltage or 3-phase magnitude of voltage can generate using the alternator. Then phase sequence. It is very important. In case of single phase, no need of discussion about the phase sequence because only 2 wires, positive and negative, are phase and neutral. In case of 3-phase supply, there are 3 wires or 4 wires will continue in the further course of the period star and delta. So in these 3 wires or 4 wires, generally 3 wires we pick up. These 3 wires depends on which phase are reach the maximum magnitude, in which sequence that magnitude of maximum phases are reached. Based on that, the phase sequence is available. There are two phase sequences are available: positive phase sequence and negative phase sequence. In positive phase sequence, the R magnitude, the R phasor magnitude first reach the maximum value. After 120 degrees, Y phasor magnitude reach the maximum value. After 120 degrees, B phasor reach the maximum value. In such a way, this representation is called as positive phase sequence, RYB phase sequence. The second is negative phase sequence. In this scenario, first the magnitude of B phasor reach the maximum value. After then, Y phasor reach the maximum magnitude. After 120 degrees, R phasor reach the maximum magnitude. So in such a way, we connect BYR. So it's called as a BYR phasor, also called as a negative phase sequence. While where it is applicable, generally in case of you want to connect 3-phase induction motor, or you want to give the 3-phase supply in household applications or industrial applications, we want to give in such a phase sequence. Mostly positive phase sequence is preferable. About balanced 3-phase AC circuits, we'll come back. Generally, there are 2 types of circuits: balanced and unbalanced. First, we'll go for it balanced. What is the balanced? The 3-phase magnitudes are same values, are equal values, and displaced by 120 degrees each phase is called as balanced AC circuits. Or also, 3 loads of 3 phases are equal magnitude and displaced by 120 degrees are also called as balanced 3-phase AC circuits. But these balanced 3-phase AC circuits are connected in 2 ways, either star or delta. So we remember 3-phase circuit connections are 2 types: star connection and delta connection. We will discuss in detail about star connection. First, see the figure. In this figure, see that there are 4 wires of the connections: R, Y, B, and neutral. Here, this R, Y, B are the line terminals, N is the neutral terminal. Remember here how we want to give the connections of star. Any element containing the 2 terminals, starting terminal, ending terminal. So all the ending terminals get together be connected of R phase or Y phase and B phase of the end terminals are connected together, formed as a junction point. That junction point is called as a star point. We'll take outside the connection from the star point is called as a neutral. And all the starting terminals of the individual phases taken outside. So we are getting as a R line, Y line, B line. So out of this star connection, we will get the 4 lines or 4 wires. Those are R, Y, B. So these 4 wires are can be able to connect using these 4 wires. We can able to connect line terminals or line voltage, or as well as phase terminals are also called as a phase voltage. How we are get the line voltage? We want to get the line voltage. We want to give the connection between any 2 lines, mean that RY or YB in between B and R, if we give, then we will obtain the line voltage. This line voltage is represented with letter as a L, VL. Then we'll come back to the phase voltage. Remember how we get the phase voltage. The phase voltage will obtain between one line and neutral. Give the connection. See here, this is the phase voltage. So this is the line voltage. If you give the connection between R and neutral, or Y and neutral, or B and neutral, we'll get the phase voltage. So phase voltage is represented at the V phase. Then we'll come back. The line current should be equal to phase current in case of star connection. So this is about the introduction of star connection. Then we need relation between line and phase voltage and currents in star connection. For this, we need the phasor representation. Here, we'll come back. In case of this, VRY is the reference phasor. VRY at an angle 0. VYB lags an angle 120 degrees. VBR lags an angle 240 degrees. So here, see that VR or VRN is the reference phasor. VYN is the phase voltage, lags an angle 120 degrees, and VBN lags another 120 degrees by this Y phasor. So like this. Then we want to calculate the line voltage. Line voltage mean between RY, between YB, between VBR. So VRY, VYB, VBR is also should be equal to line voltage VL. How to get this? And VR is equal, VY is equal, VB is equal to phase voltage already represented. Then what is the relation between line and phase voltage? Here see that we want to get VRY, VR minus VY. So here see that, so this is VR, this VYB is we get back minus, this vectorial sum is called as a VRY. Then we need VYB, VY minus VB. So this is the VY, but we'll take as a VB as a minus, and this vectorial sum of these two is indicated as a VYB. Similarly, VBR, we want to get this VBR, VB minus VR. So therefore, this VR is taken as a minus. This vectorial sum of this VB and VR is VBR. So this is about the line voltage. We consider only one VRY. So you know that two phasors, we want to calculate the magnitude X and Y. Square root of X square plus Y square plus 2XY into cos of angle between those two phasors. Similarly in RY, so VR square plus VY square plus 2 into VR VY into cos of angle between these two is 60 degrees. See here. So this angle between these two is 60 degrees. So we'll get this cos 60. And again come back, VR, VY, VB are phasors, V phase. So therefore, replace this VR, VY, V phase square, but cos 60 equal to 1 by 2, 2 gets cancelled. Square root of 3 into V phase square is equal to square root of 3 into V phase. Again, VRY is equal to line voltage, VL. Therefore, VL is equal to root 3 V phase into cos 30. What is this cos 30? I'll come back here. So see here, this is the line voltage, but this is the phase voltage. See here. So this is the phase voltage, this is the line voltage. This line voltage leads an angle 30 degrees. The angle between these two is 60, but what is the angle between these two? Off. Off is nothing but 30. But how it is related? This line voltage leads an angle 30 degrees by phase voltage. So we will get as a VL is equal to root 3 V phase at an angle of plus 30, and IL is equal to I phase. So the angle between line voltage and phase voltage is 30 degrees. VL leads by V phase as 30 degrees, and line current is equal to phase current. So then we'll come back to the three-phase power. In case of this three-phase power, we'll see here, in case of star connection, for single phase power, V phase, I phase, cos phi. For three-phase power, 3 into V phase, I phase, cos phi. But in case of star, VL is equal to root 3 V phase is equal to VL by root 3, IL is equal to I phase. We replaced phase by line terminals, VL by root 3 and into IL. So root 3, here 3 replaced by root 3, 1 root 3 gets cancelled. 1 root 3 remain. So therefore root 3 into VLIL cos pi. So this is the power in star connection. So we remember, so this is about the relations between line and phase in case of star as well as powers in star connection. Then we need to discuss about delta connection. So see here, this delta connection contains 3 wires only, R, Y, and B. 1, 2, 3 wires. How we are connecting the delta? Any terminals, any element containing the two terminals, starting, ending. One ending of one one element is connected to starting of other element. We form it as a junction point. Starting, ending, starting, ending, starting, ending. Like this, we formed as a 3 junction points. From these 3 junction points, we take it out as a wires. These 3 wires are represented as a line terminals R, Y, and B. So in delta connection, we cannot get single phase supply because no neutral is available. So we want to discuss about this. VL is equal to V phase in case of delta, but currents are not same. IL are differed, I phase are differed. We'll see here what is what. So in between R and Y is the phase current because this phase IRY. And in between Y and B, this phase is called as IYB. And in between B and R, IBR, this phase is a. So how this current will flow? In such a way, clockwise direction, in this way. So here we apply a KCL. What are the entering current? What are the leaving current? Come back. What are the line currents? So IRY, IYB, IPR is equal to I phase currents. Then we'll come back to the line currents. What are the line currents? The currents flow through the individual lines R, Y, and B are called as line current. Though are IR, IY, and IB. So therefore IR is equal to IY is equal to IB is equal to IN. Now we need, already I told you, line voltage is equal to phase voltage in delta. Now we need again, we want to get into the relation between line current and phase current. We need the phasor representation. See here, this is the VRY phasor. Why? Because VRY or VRN both are same in case of delta. So VRN or VRY. But current lags an angle pi because of inductive loads. IRY lags an angle pi. Similarly, VYB lags an angle 120 degrees by VRY, but IYB current lags an angle pi. Similarly, VBR lags an angle 120 degrees VYB, but IBR lags an angle pi with reference to the VBR. But IRY, IYB, and IBR phase currents, but we need line currents. How to evaluate these line currents? For example, I want to determine the line current through R. IR is equal to the difference of, as per KCL. See here, as per KCL, here, what are the entering currents here? See, what are the entering currents? IRY is entering, but IR and IB are leaving. So IR plus IBR is equal to IRY. So therefore, IRY is equal to IR is equal to IRY minus IBR. So here, this IBR, here you see that IRY. And this IBR is minus here. These two vectorial sum is the IR. Similarly, IY. IY is nothing but, see back again. We'll come back again. We'll go to this IY. So what is this here? What is the relation? See that IYB is entering and IY is leaving and IRY is leaving. Therefore, IY plus IRY is equal to IYB. So therefore, IY is equal to IYB minus IRY. So here see that this is IYB, but what about this? Minus IRY. So this is, these two vectorial sum is represented as a IY. So that is IY. Then you'll come back, IB. So here you see that what is IB? Similarly, as per KCL, IB is equal to IBR minus IYB. See here, this is IBR, but this is IYB minus IYB. Vectorial sum is represented as a IB. But in this, we take only IR only. So vectorial sum of this IR. The IR we want to calculate vectorial sum of IRY and IBR. We know that square root of IRY square plus IB square plus 2 into IRY IBR into cos of angle between these two 60 degrees. Why? Because the angle between these two is 120. In middle is so 60 degrees. So cos 60 1 by 2. Again IRY IBR IRY is nothing but I phase. So here 2 gets cancelled. Cos 60 1 by 2. Therefore square root of 3 into I phase square root 3 into I phase, but an angle minus 30. Why? See here, this is the line current. This is the line current. But see here, this is the phase current. Which one is leads? Phase current leads. Line current lags. So automatically that line current lags an angle 30 degrees. So that lagging is represented with minus. So therefore, here VL is equal to V phase. And three phase power in delta. See that same 3 into V phase into I phase cos pi, but it will come back here. VL is equal to V phase, but IL is equal to root 3 I phase equal to IL by root 3. Substitute. Finally, we'll get this. The power in delta is equal to root 3 VL cos pi. So remember that, dear students, we learn in this relation between line and phase, voltage and current in delta, as well as powers in delta connection. So we conclude that VL is equal to V phase, IL is equal to root 3 I phase, V delta is equal to root 3 VL cos pi. Then relationship of powers in star and delta. See here, already we learned power in star root 3 VL cos pi. But we know that the phase current equal to phase voltage by phase impedance. Again, phase voltage, we know that in star connection, VL by root 3. Substituted that. Again, in star connection, IL is equal to I phase. We substitute this IL and VL in this above equation. So we'll get into this VL by root 3 into Z phase. So root 3 gets cancelled. VL square by Z phase into cos pi. This is the, in terms of line voltage, impedance, and power factor, we know the power. Then power in delta connection. Similarly, P delta is equal to root 3 VL cos pi. Again, we know the relations in delta. I phase equal to phase voltage by impedance, and V phase equal to VL by Z phase. But IL is equal to root 3 I phase, root 3 into VL by Z phase. Substitute VL and IL here, root 3 into VL into root 3 VL by Z phase into cos pi. Root 3 into root 3 VL square by Z phase into cos pi. But VL square by Z phase into cos pi is equal to P star. Therefore, P delta is equal to 3 times of P star. So that is the relationship of powers between star and collection. So we remember, dear students, if you connect the load in star, if the impedances are load in star, so 1/3 of the power in delta connection will consume. If you same load is connected in delta, 3 times of the power will consumed by the star connection. So this is the relation between powers in between star and delta. Finally, differences between star and delta we'll see. In star connection, 3 or 4 wires are available. In delta connection, only 3 wires. In star connection, VL is equal to root 3 V phase. In delta connection, VL is equal to V phase. In star connection, IL equal to I phase. In delta connection, IL is equal to root 3 I phase. In star connection, the power in star is equal to 1/3 of the power in delta. In delta connection, 3 times of the power in star. In star connection, line voltage leads an angle 30 degrees by phase voltage. In delta connection, line current lags an angle 30 degrees by phase current. In star connection, the algebraic sum of all phase voltages is equal to 0. In delta connection, the algebraic sum of all phase currents is equal to 0. Mean VRN plus VYN plus VBN is equal to 0. Here, IRY plus IYB plus IPR is equal to 0. So that is about this. So thank you. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, all the best. Thank you, dear students.